Hello, my name is Sharon Epps.
And I'm Elroy Reed, and this is the People's Voice this week. As of the recording of this podcast, there were over 1 million confirmed cases of the COVID-19 virus in the United States, with less than 2% of the population being treated or tested. There could be millions more who have not been tested and who show no symptoms of the disease.
The United States represents more than a third of the known cases worldwide. Approximately 62,000 people have died.
In Lake County, Health Department officials report 3,080 cases with 118 fatalities, and the number appears to be growing every day.
NBC News reports that during an event, the North Shore Quad City Revival held at Christian Valley MB Church of North Chicago held in early April. A cluster of people who attended contracted COVID-19 virus.
Sources close to the health department report that more than 50 people came down ill and tested positive, and that at least one person has died.
We will pause now for a word from our sponsors.
Pope's Florist is the place for blooming miracles. We are open. We have moved a half of a block to the east on Grand Avenue. Our new location is 2116 Grand Avenue in Waukegan. We have flowers for every occasion. Special order now for Mother's Day. Pre-order by May 1st and get a 15% discount on all bouquets for Mother's Day. Call 847-263-7673. Ask for Pat or Carmen. Pope's Florist, the place for blooming miracles.
At Tola Westgate Funerals and Cremations, we recognize our responsibility to protect the families of those we are privileged to serve. We will continue to serve our families in ways that can meaningfully memorialize the life of their loved ones while adhering to the ordinance issued by the public health officials. Tola Westgate Funerals is offering live streaming of visitations and services. Thank you for your time and stay safe.
Both mayors in North Chicago and Waukegan has issued ordinances which require anyone going out into the public to wear a mask or some sort of face covering. Schools and businesses have been shut down.
Some businesses, according to Governor J.B. Pritzker, which have been shuttered, will be allowed to open up as of Friday, May 1st, in an effort to ease the financial impact of the pandemic.
These businesses include retail stores, greenhouses, garden centers and nurseries, and animal grooming services. Employees and customers must wear facial coverings.
Most of the retail outlets that are scheduled to reopen will fulfill phone and online orders for curbside pickup and delivery. Many of the restaurants like Hillary's, Popeyes, Kentucky Fried Chicken are open for business for drive-through and pickup.
Elementary, junior, and high schools are closed for the school year and will open again in the fall. Some schools, like the College of Lake County, has rescheduled traditional graduation until December. Universities and colleges such as CLC will offer online courses for the summer.
We asked the Lake County Sheriff's Office if they were letting prisoners out of jail early to combat the COVID virus. The Chief of Staff, Anthony Vega, provided us with this response.
Good afternoon. This is Anthony Vega, Chief of Staff for Sheriff Eidelberg in Lake County. Big thank you to Elroy Reed and the People's Voice for keeping the public informed about what's going on across Lake County and beyond during this pandemic. I'm here to answer a few questions that the People's Voice outlined for me. The first question is regarding the jail. Are we letting people out of the jail due to the COVID-19 pandemic? So let me be clear. under the MacArthur Foundation grants, we've always looked at ways to reduce the jail population, specifically to reducing the jail population of those that cannot afford bail. Under the current pandemic, what we've done, along with the state's attorney, the public defender, and the judiciary, is review the inmates and see if there's a resolution that could be agreed upon to satisfy all parties. Whether that is a bond, reducing the bond amount, whether that is being released on time served, whether that is a plea deal. And again, the sheriff doesn't have the authority to release inmates. We simply house them, but we work together across the criminal justice system in Lake County to ensure that people who should not be in jail are not in jail. So since the COVID-19 pandemic started, we've released about 40 inmates who were serving a county sentence. The judges let them go for time served. Specifically, they only had about 45 days left on their sentence. Additionally, we transported people who were sentenced to the Department of Corrections to the Department of Corrections before the governor shut down the intake of new prisoners to the Department of Corrections. So that also helped alleviate our population. And third, our justice partners reviewed those inmates, and there were some plea agreements. There were some, bond modifications that enabled them to bond out. So we're doing everything we can within our legal authority, while also, making sure that public safety is not detrimentally impacted by this. Our mission is still protecting the public, and so and it's the same mission that is shared by the public defender and the state's attorney and the judiciary. So all of those factors are weighed. Those recommended for early release, again, those are low-level offenses, tend to be nonviolent. Additionally, we're looking at expanding our electronic monitoring program. Even if somebody is not able to be released completely, is there an alternative that is at our disposal? And we have added a few more people to our electronic monitoring program.
Thank you, Lake County Sheriff's Chief of Staff, Anthony Vega.
There was a lot of things going on in our community this past week. Caterer James Sisson worked with community leaders to raise enough money to serve 864 seniors on Saturday, April 25th. State Representative Rita Mayfield was on hand helping to deliver and serve food.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
In North Chicago with James Sisson, caterer, and our state representative Rita Mayfield. Rita Mayfield helped fund this project this morning, where James Sisson is feeding 500 seniors and shut-in individuals in the community. They have boxed up food. What's on the menu?
We have fried catfish, baked chicken, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, green beans, rolls, and dessert and bottled water.
Excellent. That's going to feed how many people today?
We have enough to feed over 500 today.
So Rita, you're here helping and distributing food. How is this impacting the people in your region?
Well, it's making a big difference to our seniors who are shut in and unable to get out. We're providing them with a real meal that they're very much enjoy. They are calling, they're excited. This is real food, it's clean food, it's clean, it's cooked in a really clean environment. It's delivered in a COVID-free manner, gloves, touchless, to the community. And our seniors are very happy to be getting these meals, so they're very excited and hoping we're going to do it again.
Everybody here has face masks. They've got hair nets. They've got gloves. Very sanitary environment, and the food smells really, really good. So, any words, State Rep, for the community?
Stay in, be safe, wear a mask if you go out and you have a mask. If you have masks, if you have gloves, please wear them. This is for your protection and for the protection of others. So there's a lot of people out here who are carriers who do not know that they are carriers, and we just want to make sure that we are continuing on that downward curve for this COVID so that we can all get back to normal.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all the work that you do in the community.
Yes, thank you.
Mayor Leon Rockingham, Alderwoman Bunny Mayfield, Alderman Carl Evans, Alderman Terrence Markham, and Judd and Pam Eidelberg, and State Representative Rita Mayfield were sponsors of the event.
Tammy Moore, Senior Vice President of Diamond's Residential Mortgage, also known as the Diamond Diva, has these thoughts for you.
Welcome to Tammy's Tuesday Tidbits with the Diamond Diva. Tonight I am paying tribute to my first love, Prince. He passed away 4 years ago today. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Tammy Moore, the Diamond Diva of Diamond Residential Mortgage. And on these Tuesday Tidbits, I talk about everything related to fashion, food, finances, fitness, and faith. And tonight I'm going to be giving you some fashion tidbits. So hopefully you guys are doing good on this Quarantine Tuesday and you're safe at home. Happy to be with you tonight. I'll take my sunglasses off now. So I have been a Prince fan since I was a little girl. My mom used to hate, I used to play his music until the album scratched, and he actually taught me, I had posted this a few years ago, but because of Prince, I adopted and accepted my own unique style, because he had his own unique style, didn't really care what anybody thought, wore what he wanted to wear, and he had his own fashion sense. And I loved him so much. Listened to all of his music, knew it word for word. I wanted to play Let's Go Crazy tonight, but I didn't because I figured Facebook would block it because I didn't own the rights to the music. But he was the first person that I was totally in love with at a young age, and have admired him ever since. And I remember the day that he passed away. I didn't know yet, and my sister called me at work, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And then my mom was calling on the other line, so everybody knows that I'm one of his biggest fans. So without further ado, we'll jump into the fashion. So what I decided to do was to have a little fun tonight and do party themes when outside opens up. So I started thinking of some crazy themes that people will probably use as parties when we finally can gather again together and party or celebrate being outside, surviving COVID-19, surviving the 2020 crisis. And so I came up with a few themes. You'll probably find some of them funny, but feel free to use them if you want. So to get started, my first one is over here is all clear, meaning that it's all clear that we can go outside. And so that would be an all white party. And what I used for this was a white jumpsuit that I got from New York & Company on clearance. And I had some white pumps here. If you can come all the way close. I have some white pumps here. And I styled it with two different necklaces. So the first one is kind of an ode to Beyonce in her Lemonade, I think it was a Formation video when she had that necklace on. But this, you can keep it simple, and you can put a nice little necklace on with it, some white shoes, or you can do a pop of color with it. But if you are invited to an it's all clear party, like an all white party, meaning that it's all clear for us to get back to our new normal life, because I don't think life will ever be back to what it was before. But, it'll be a new normal for us. And so if you don't necessarily want to wear a long necklace, I have a little crop necklace you can wear with it, which has some pearls in it. And you can accent this as well with some silver shoes if you want. So this jumpsuit is versatile. It has the open sleeves. It has open sleeves. I have not worn it yet, obviously, because I've been buying all this stuff on clearance. I bought this before quarantine. I think the weekend before quarantine, we went to Woodfield. So what the back looks like, it's pretty cute. Nothing special. And so if this party turns into a black and white party, you know, you can take this belt off. This belt comes off. Hey Gwen, how are you? Hopefully business is still good for you. Hi Jackie. Hi Sheena. Sheena, thank you for being an essential worker. And thank you to all of the essential workers that are on here too as well. Hey Chanel. Okay, so this one, if we're gonna turn it into a black and white party, I have a few ways to make it black and white. So I added I'm gonna add a patent belt with it. And then I'm gonna add some black and white jewelry. And then I have here some black and white shoes in a black and white bag. So just stripes with that. So thank you all for joining me on Tuesday Tidbits. I will see you next week.
In our entertainment segment for this week, we invited Sonia Hicks to return with a rendition of Anita Baker's Caught in the Rapture of Love. Please enjoy.
Magic for you on my mind constantly. In my arms is where you should be. I want you here by me, baby. You let my love fly freely. I want you in my life for all time.
That's all this week. I'm Sharon Epps.
And I'm Elroy Reed, and this is the People's Voice this week. Thank you for watching.